Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Reagan and this is my channel, Rea Rea Reads. And today I'm going to be doing my September TBR with my wheel spinner. Yeah. So obviously this is a different background than you might be used to. The sun is like doing really weird things because it's like 5:30 and I never record this late. So the sun was like behind me and it just like wasn't working. So, and also we're just gonna pretend that my room is not messy, you know? Okay, great. Okay, I have to figure out how to start recording on here. So the prompts for this wheel have changed since the last time. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew the new prompts. But there are 9 this time, and the first one is a book with blue on the cover. The second one is a book with red on the cover. The third is a book of your choice. The fourth is a book with 3 words in the title. The fifth is a KU romance. The sixth is a book of the month book that I have just on my bookshelf. The 7th is a book with blue on the cover. The 8th is a paranormal / fantasy romance. And then the 9th is a recently released romance. So those are all of the different options I have to choose from, and I'm gonna choose 4 of those. So if you haven't watched one of these before, I just spin the wheel and it picks a prompt for me and then I choose a book. So yeah, let's go ahead and start spinning. Also, my computer's right here to the right of me. So if you see me looking, that's what I'm looking at. All right, let's get started. What's it gonna be? Hey, all right. So it picked fantasy / paranormal book. And I think for this one, I'm gonna choose, it got super dark, what the heck? So for this prompt, I think I'm gonna choose Lover Awakened by J.R. Ward. This is the 3rd book in the Black Tiger Brotherhood series, and I'm so excited to get to this one. I've heard amazing things about it, and it features one of my favorite brothers, so I'm so excited about this one. This is also paranormal. If you aren't familiar with this series, it's paranormal, not fantasy, but that's okay. I guess paranormal is kind of fantasy, but whatever. All right, there's my first one. Moving on to the next one. I literally chose this prompt for this book, and then I used this one for the other one. But the next prompt is pick a book with blue on the cover. So for this one, I think I'm gonna choose The Air He Breathes by Brittany C. Cherry. One of my Bookstagram friends sent me this book for my birthday, and so I've been meaning to get to it. Well, it just came like a couple days ago, so like I haven't had a chance to get to it, but I wanted to get to it this month, so I will read this. There's a little bit of blue on the top. Kinda, it's fine. But this book, I don't even really know what it's about. I just have read 2 other books in this series and I've loved them, so I figured I'd really like this one. But it's just about a guy named Tristan who's like super broken, but he meets a girl and she's just as broken and empty as he is, and they just come together and learn how to be not broken together, you know what I mean? Okay, that was probably a really bad description, but anyways, there's really not huge description on the back anyways, so it's just like, I don't really know. But anyways, this book is what I'm gonna choose for the prompt, a book with blue on the cover. All right, moving on to my 3rd prompt. Oh. All right, this is a recently released romance. I don't even know. I didn't even have like a book in mind for this prompt. Let me look at my Goodreads because I don't really know. Oh, Literally Perfect. Wow, I'm an idiot. Okay. So a book that I had planned on reading anyways this month is Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. So this book just released, like, I don't know, I think the paperback released on the 27th of August, but I think the KU version came out like a week before. But I didn't want to read it on KU because I wanted to own the book anyways, and so I just waited and held off, and I purchased the book a few days ago, and so it should be here in just a couple days. But that's what I'm going to read for this prompt. So there we go. I don't know much about this book. I think it's about a girl and a guy, and they fall in love, but they're both like really hurting and really broken people. And I think that's like really all the description gives. Also, the protagonist's name is Bea, which I think is So cool. I mean, I think it's just about this girl who like goes and moves somewhere, and then she just meets this guy, and she comes from poverty and neglect, and he comes from wealth and privilege, but they both hate their lives. That's what I'm getting from this Goodreads vibe here. I don't really know much about the book, but I think it's kind of better to go into her books blind anyways. I've also realized that her descriptions like do not meet the level of how good the book is. Like the descriptions like trash compared to how good the book is. So I'm kind of just gonna go into this one blind, but that is the book I'm gonna choose for a recently released romance. All right, we have one more. Oh my gosh, this is just gonna be like straight romance this month. All right, KU romance. This is a good one. I've been needing to read some of my KU books because I feel like I'm wasting money if I don't read like at least one KU book a month. I think for this one, I'm going to choose Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I actually don't know anything about this book. I think it might be a sports romance, but I really don't know. I just have heard really good things about it, and the cover is like completely, absolutely gorgeous. Let me just show you guys. I mean, are we here for this? We're here for this. Anyways, I'm really excited about this one. It says, she's a gorgeous risk, but I like my odds on the cover. So it says a hoops novel, so I think it is like a sports romance. But anyways, that sounds really good, and I've heard good things, so that's the book I'm gonna choose for this prompt. Okay, so I chose 4 books, and the reason I didn't want to choose more is because I'm such a mood reader, and every month I pick out a bunch of books and then I don't read all of them, and then it bothers me that I didn't read all the books that I chose for myself. So I wanted to pick 4 books. Also, I wanted to leave space for my book of the month pick if I get to reading that, any other books that I purchased that month, or any videos that I do that requires me to read books for the video. I wanna make sure that I have enough space in my TBR to get to those books, because a lot of times I come up with video ideas like on the cuff and I'm like, oh, I need to read this book for that video. So anyways, that's what my TBR is for this month. I think what I would love to get to read this month would be another Harry Potter book. I've been trying to read a Harry Potter book a month, so if I could get to The Order of the Phoenix, that would be amazing. I would also love to read one of my book of the month books. I think I have 5 book of the month books, and I've read one of them and I've started the other one, but I have not read in the entirety 4 of my books. So I'd love to get to some of those. Sorry, my bookshelf's over here, so that's why I've been looking at it, but I would love to get to one of those books this month if I have the time. Another book that I really want to get to this month is called A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. I read about this book on somebody's book blog, and it doesn't come out until October, but the author was kind enough to send it to me. So I'm gonna try to read that book this month and let you guys know about it. It's a YA kind of contemporary romance, and it's about a Cuban girl who, I think she like gets sent off to England to live there for like a month or 2, and she falls in love with this English guy, and she thought that she would always live in Miami with her Cuban family her whole life, but I think she falls in love with England and just their ways and their customs and just the environment and everything. So anyways, I'm really excited to read this book. It sounds so exciting, and of course I love a Cuban protagonist, and I've heard that the food in this book, it literally makes your mouth water, and that's gonna make me mad because Cuban food is like my favorite food ever, and we have no Cuban restaurants in South Carolina. So it's great for me. But anyways, I'm very excited about this book, so I wanna make sure that I have some time to get to that this month. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something